Okay, so what we're going to be going through now is creating this from scratch. So we'll just say File, New Scenario, and we don't need to save that old one, I don't think. Maybe I will, just in case. I can't remember if I made some changes. Okay, so now we have our blank canvas. Now let's just go through a couple of things first with regard to planning the creation of a scenario. So once again, just a reminder, go to Support and SBLI Builder tutorials, where you can download your resource files, which we've done previously. We saved this to our desktop, and when you've unzipped it, you'll see these folders here. So in Helpful Documents, if you double click, you'll see one that's called the Scenario Creation Process. It's quite a short document, it's only a few pages long, but it runs through what you should be thinking about when you're creating the scenario or the script for the scenario. So let's just page through this. Might put that back up to 100. Okay, so it goes through what's involved in developing a scenario, the different types of scenarios that can be made, you know, diagnostic, simulation, or a workbook. It runs through the fact that you should be familiar with SBLI's functionality, you know, because if you are familiar with the functionality, then you can think about the information that you've got and how you want to provide that information to the users. So you really do need to have an understanding of how SBLI works. And that's what we're doing right here. It's always a good idea to storyboard the script and write the script for the scenario. So think about the locations that you're going to need and the characters that are going to be involved and what they'll be saying to each other and how you can provide that information to the user who's clicking on these characters and locations. Think about multimedia components, videos, audios, images. These all enhance the usability of the scenario and make it more enjoyable for the person using it. Incorporating a scenario into SBLI. So that scenario that you've just created here using the storyboard and the script, and actually putting it into SBLI. Okay, I'll close that one now. In here you'll also find some templates that might help you to design your scenario. The one I like here is the one that details everything that's possible to use in SBLI. So we talk about locations. So in a location you'll need a name. You'll have an image icon, so you could write in here what the image is going to be. You would need an environment icon, so write a little quick description of what image you need to look for. Think about the items that might be in that environment, and then of course the content for each of these things, whether it be an item or a location. And again, an item needs to have a name, an image, and content. And the content media, what type it's being used. We also have location actions, so once again we can write them. So what I like about this template is that it reminds you of all the different types of ways that you can provide information, and you can detail it as you're actually creating your scenario.